When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Glad to have you with us in Evanston, Illinois. Ryan Field, home of the Northwestern Wildcats. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Northwestern Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Northwestern Wildcats offense will have the football first. And we've said many times a tight end is the quarterback's best friend. But the last time these two played together, you could make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that thing, there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother, David.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up big numbers. It seemed to work every time he looked to the big fella. He delivered. So elite 1-2 punch. Jesse, how do you slow that guy down?
I mean, you just got to pick your matchup poison, honestly. You can put a safety against him and try to take advantage of the speed, but he's not going to be big enough to match up physically. If you go linebacker, you're not fast enough. So mixing and matching the looks, I think, is the best chance this defense has.
And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Northwestern will have to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Ducks offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
More to the air. Going over the top. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Rides to back and leaves it. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Gotta love how this defense started the football game. They forced the punt on the first drive. First play now, come out, set the tone. Great run defense, forcing a negative play and putting their defense in a good spot.
Makes the catch. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. They'll line up for a second down play.
Let's go.
He'll run it again. He had a whole host of defenders he had to dodge in the backfield. The Wildcats are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Quick directly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Northwestern will send out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground.
He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
And the Ducks need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Got a man. It's Benson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They bring the punter onto the field now. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. The inside handoff. Finds a little space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Grabbed behind the line. It's coming. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air. It's Stone. Makes the catch. It's Covey. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. And the Wildcats come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Northwestern will have to punt it away. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Things haven't gone exactly the way they drew it up. Turnover, punt, and now they have it back. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, take everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Grab near the marker. It's Moore. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll send the back in motion. Moore will throw. The screen. He can go. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute. And they do it, though.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the big fella. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
The Ducks have a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Stewart. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a 1st down just outside the red zone. They have had the ball for a week and a half. Play number 10 coming up. From the gun, running back on the move. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. And the Ducks are in the red zone. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Stewart. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the 1st.
From the gun, the ground game. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
They'll wrestle it down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Oregon.
Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Moore to the air. He's got it. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And here comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. After the miss, no change in the score. We've reached the end of the 1st quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. down here as they go back to work. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, and creates a tackle for a loss.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He wants to throw it. Safe completion on the screen. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down. Northwestern will send out the punt team. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Try to get it to the edge. Still on his feet at the 45. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
And on that run, he shows you his speed, speed, speed. When I think Oregon Duck running backs, LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, Jonathan Stewart, I think about guys that are burners, and when they got into the second level, they were gone. That's exactly what this guy is right here.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression.
And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Here on 3rd down for this offense. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Makes the grab on the right. Oh, he's got some space. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. They had the explosive score, and it's all for naught as that penalty will take the touchdown off the board. The Ducks need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Moore will throw. Moving away from pressure. Going to try to get it himself. At the 45 on his way. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. The Ducks will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, pinning them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Just going to keep it after the snap. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Northwestern comes to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got it in the middle. It's Albright. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Northwestern will have to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He's got great speed. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. Great place to start for this offense. He leaves it with his back. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. The Big Ten schedule sort of ate these guys up last year. They're looking for a better performance this time around.
Yeah, and it eats a lot of people up, obviously being such a tough conference. But if you look at the way you start the season, a lot of times, man, that's when you build your momentum. That's when you build your confidence. If you can hang around, be competitive, sometimes the way you start, Palmer, it just lays out the rest of the season for you.
And they know they just got to be a lot more physical this year. That schedule did beat them up last year, but take a look at this year's schedule. A lot of those same teams, they're right there again. They're going to get another crack at them. They've got to be better in the trenches this season if they want to win a Big Ten championship.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Moore to the air. Bringing the heat. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, this quarterback normally makes defenses look very silly week in, week out with his speed, but he has yet to face a defense like this. This defense accepted the challenge. They have stepped up. They have been disruptive.
He wants to go deep. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
I like it. It's like laying up on a par 5. There's no time and no place for that. We don't need that, all right? Take your shots. It's 3rd and long. I don't need to throw it 17 yards short of the stick. Nice job taking a shot down the field, trying to get the 1st down, through the interception, but no harm.
To put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Here we go. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Northwestern will send out the punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Now on the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. Moore will throw. Buying some time. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. He'll send the tight end in motion. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
The short hands, it's Moore. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on 3rd down. And the Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And they'll just down it right there.
This punter is such a weapon, and because he's able to get that ball down deep in his opponent's territory, that really helps out the defense. You're now forcing the opponent to drive the field to score points.
Here comes the heat.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Northwestern will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Let's see what he can do with it. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the 1st down. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
Yeah, and that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Moore to the air. Finds his man. It's Moore. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. The Ducks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
That pass is incomplete.
You can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game, and he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
He's got it. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. On the ground, it's Hughes. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel on the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well. Great job by the defense understanding the situation.
It'll be 3rd and long. Moore will throw. Got his man on the right. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Hold on.
When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They go to the ground. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And it took until the second half, but we finally get one of the zeros off the board. It's 3-0. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great environment there today in Evanston. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
The Wildcats will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting cut. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Now, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Ducks will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it away at the 37. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Back to throw, it's Stone. Gets it out fast. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? They'll move the tight end. This time they'll go to the running game. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs.
Here we go.
Tight end now in motion. Back to the ground game on the left. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. The give on the option. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Now the play fake. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. They're working that left side. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. And the field goal unit is on the field. And this one is perfect. And we are dead even after the field goal here in the 3rd.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Moore to the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Still on his feet at the 25. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Oregon was dominant last season until the Ducks ran into that Ohio State juggernaut in the Rose Bowl, and that left Oregon still in search of its long-awaited first national title.
Well, Dan Lanning has built this thing into a national championship contender. He's done it in the trenches. But I'm curious to see what they do at quarterback and how that position plays out. Dylan Gabriel exhausted his 17th year of eligibility finally last year, David, so that's where my eyes are at.
He did, no doubt about it. He was around for a long time, but I think it's more the excitement with Lanning and continuing to bring in high recruiting classes, but breaking through and getting that first national title. They're on the precipice. Is this the year?
Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Now on 2nd down. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, it's been a defensive struggle so far in this game. In the first half, we saw that. And I guess the question is in the second half, can these defenses keep it up? It looks like this one can. Getting a sack there on 2nd down. They're still playing with a tremendous sense of urgency.
They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. And the Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And the Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to pass. It's Stone. Got a man. It's Covey. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. 3rd down coming up after that completion. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Northwestern comes to the line with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the lone back. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Give to the running back. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. Northwestern will send out the punt team. And just a spectacular punt. It'll go out of bounds inside the 5-yard line and really put this offense in a hole. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Going to the stiff arm to create a little breathing room as he gets it out to the 12.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Ducks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. 30 short. They've got them back up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on 3rd down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting...
Lots of running room. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Caught in the backfield, it's Stewart. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the 4th quarter gets underway. Going for it on 4th down late in a tie. This is a huge play. Going for the marker on the ground. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Yeah, 4th and inches, midfield. Go ahead. Go for it. I love the play call by the head coach. Trust your offensive line to get some movement up front. Let's keep this drive going.
And the Ducks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Again, out of the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Ducks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. That 3rd down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
Man, what a great break on the ball. Way to knock it down. But, man, this situation, they're almost in field goal range. Had a chance to maybe take some points off of the board.
They put on the heat and they blocked it. Not gonna get there as this defense makes a stand.
I'll tell you, this defense, they're not giving anything up. Here in the second half, scoreboard all knotted up. What a great job getting that kick block to keep this thing tied.
To the air, it's Stone. Finds the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Pocket breaking down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Got it in the middle, it's Albright. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Northwestern will have to punt it away. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Quarterback may change this route. Running into the open space. It's a seam wide open. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
The Ducks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Moore will throw. Quickly out to the tight end. At the 35, he's open. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
And And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on third down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now he set him up in third and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on fourth down. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And this one splits the uprights. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Alabama is on top, but it's not like Tua or Jalen Hurts or even Ken Stabler are playing quarterback, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 10 over Wisconsin.
Looking to throw it Stone.
Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Quick completion on the out. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. Northwestern will send out the punt team. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It'll be third and short from their own 33. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. It'll be third and short from their own 33. Gets the back moving. Moore to the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Benson. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. And they'll take a knee. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. The quarterback's just going to take a knee. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.